Hey everybody, so this is going to be a budgeting video just where I'm setting up my planner for 2024. I went to go and do my budget today. It's my first paycheck of this new year, and I realized I had not set up any of my planners yet for 2024, which is not me getting off to like an excellent start. So this video, I don't think it's going to have a lot of talking. It's mostly just going to be me filling in the budget, filling in the planner with the stuff it needs to be filled in with and getting the month of January set up. I can't find all the stickers that I wanted to use, so my stickers that say like what the name of the month is, for instance, I can't find them, but I know they're around here somewhere, so I'm not going to fill in that part in January because I want to find the stickers and use them since they're way cuter than anything that I could write. I have a slightly different setup with this one, with the placement of the tripod, because I'm at a different desk than the one I used to use, and I don't like it. I'll just let you know now. It's in a really awkward spot, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna bump you a lot. So it's our little experiment to see how it goes, and hopefully by the time I do the next video, I will be back at the other desk where I can set up the tripod at the side of the desk and have it leaning over versus this one is in front of the desk, and it's just, I'm not feeling it, but we gotta work with what we have. So this is the book. It's the exact same one that I had last year. I already talked about why I did that. I don't really necessarily fill in that information, but we're gonna start here with, I told the truth, sorry. See, I said I wasn't gonna talk and I'm already talking about. I'm referencing the old book, so yeah, this isn't the section I thought it was. Thinking of this section, the bill tracker. I'm gonna get the bill tracker set up, and then we'll go from there. this is what I've set up so far for the bill tracker. I like to put the different colors because then I find when I'm looking at the page, it makes it easier to kind of follow the information along. Most of these are just I pulled from the previous year. There is some differences though. So I put rent, my line of credit, my Visa, my Neo, that's a different credit card. My RAV4, it has an automatic withdrawal every Tuesday, the Tuesday after payday. My cell phone, then these ones here are actually sinking funds that there's really nowhere else in the planner for me to track them, so I just add them in here. So the insurance for my RAV4, the insurance for my tenant insurance, my tech sinking fund is a combination of the money I put aside to pay for my Microsoft membership, Norton membership, and WordPress membership. And then Dragon Boat. I Dragon Boat, it's my sport. It's very expensive, so I put money into a sinking fund every payday to be able to pay the fees when they become due, and then also for festival days, just to have a little extra money to be able to buy food on the day or get a t-shirt or something like that. I filled in all of them because things change over the year, so it's possible that I'll have other stuff come up that I might want to fill in there. And if not, then it's not any big deal to me that it's been colored in but doesn't get used. We'll just see what happens. So I use the saving tracker to track my other sinking funds. So I'm just gonna put it the same way that I had it last time. So I have my present sinking fund, my travel sinking fund, and my emergency sinking fund. Now these are not enough space for bi-weekly deposits for the entire year. What I had to do last year was make little slips of paper, or I used a sticky note. The emergency fund I extended over to take in 2 sections, but even then I ran out of space. So it confuses me a bit why they give you such a small amount of space for the saving trackers, but it is what it is, and I don't have any problem doing something like this with making the paper and flipping it over. I'm kind of weird that I actually think it's a bit more fun because then it's more interactive of a planner. So I'm going to leave that as is. I might fill in the balance when I fill in my first row of data for the deposit, just to sort of have an idea of where it starts at the year. But these are sinking funds that get withdrawn from, right? Because the presents, clearly, well, I mean, I've wiped that out shopping for Christmas, but travel, I put money in it every payday that I'm able to, with the idea of, I mean, I like to travel, I just don't get to do it a lot. I'm hoping to go to England in June with my mom, so then I'd be pulling out a chunk, all of that really, for that. Or if that doesn't happen, or if I have a smaller trip in July down to the States, so I might use the money that I managed to save up to go towards that. So when it's something like that where I know I'm going to be pulling from it, I almost don't like keeping track of the balance, because then once I have a withdrawal, I need to enter in that I've withdrawn from it here, and then the number goes down, and I just find it a little bit disheartening to see the number get smaller, even though the point of these ones is to use them. So I'm aware I'm being ridiculous. The emergency fund, I just continuously put money into it, $40 every paycheck, which I know isn't a lot, but it's what I can afford. I'm gonna have to be pulling from it soon because my car was the victim of a hit and run and the person didn't leave a note. So I'm gonna have to pay the deductible. So I'll be pulling $300 from the emergency fund, which will suck. I always hate having to tap into the emergency fund, even though that's what it's there for. I'm gonna do the debt tracker a little bit differently this time. So last time I had mom, which I didn't make any entries for, which pains me, my Visa, and then it carried on down there, my line of credit, and then it carried on quite a bit. and like these are the only pages for the debt trackers. I'm going to track, I think, exclusively my line of credit, because my Visa, and I also have a Neo credit card now, when I have space on the line of credit, I always end up moving the balance over to the line of credit. So then my line of credit, I make like these consistent payments. So you can see here, for example, like my payments were getting smaller. So clearly I was like working on the balance and it was getting better. And then all of a sudden it jumps up to $324.29. So I had moved a balance over onto there, upping now the cost of the minimum payment. And I just find that these do nothing for me in terms of tracking the Visa when I know that the odds are I'm going to be transferring it over, just because it's such a lower credit, a lower interest on the line of credit. So I'm only going to fill out the line of credit for this year's, and I'll put the starting balance, and then I'll actually track it accurately. So I'll enter in a line of data if I move money over onto it, for instance, or whatever, and we'll see how that goes. Now, I don't have the starting balance with me right now, and I film with my phone, and that's where I check my bank app, so I can't fill any of the rest of this information in, but I will when I do my actual budget. Okay, so it's set up sort of the overallness of it for the year. As much as I'm able to do, at least while I'm using my phone to film. So I started coloring in this section, this annual budget, but I don't actually use this section, so that was an accident. I've got the bill tracker done. At the saving tracker, I'm still figuring out exactly what I'm going to use this for, so that's why I haven't touched it yet. So I have presents, travel, and emergency fund. Debt tracker, I'm only going to be tracking on here the line of credit because it's the only one that I have that's really carrying like a big balance, and it's going to need all of this space. And then I go into the months. This will be January. This is the spot where normally my January sticker goes that I cannot find. I haven't filled in the monthly budget yet because I'm going to do that on a separate video where I'm actually doing my budget. I have all of my monthly tabs added on there all the way through the end of the year. And then at the end of the book, there is, here it is, a summary of the year and account information. I don't really do a summary of the year, and I don't fill in the account information because I always worry a little that even though this book doesn't leave my place, what if it does, or what if somebody breaks in or something, and then I just have all of my account numbers there with all of the information. It just seems risky to be putting that information down on paper. But there we have it. That is my 2024 budget planner for the year, set up as best as I can get it right now, and then within each month I'll actually add in the spreads for each month as we go through the year. Thank you so very much for joining me in this video. I would love to see what your planners for 2024 look like. I know mine is really simple compared to a lot of people, and I don't sort of hack a planner and combine things and make it all fancy or extreme or anything, so it might seem a little boring for some, but it works well for me, and that I think is what is important, that it works well for the person who's using it. So thank you again. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.